G'day viewers. So a friend of mine recently pointed me towards something that he thought might make a good basis for a training Targe. I've already done a video on a whole bunch of ways that you can make Targes, but this is an idea for something that's ready-made you can buy off the shelf and equip a whole class with. Okay, nice and easy, which would be great if it works. So the thing is this. So this is quite obviously a Chinese police riot shield, which the Chinese, bless their hearts, will sell to anyone. You can just buy these off eBay and Alibaba and places like that. They come in different sizes and shapes. This is the 3mm one. Okay, you can get these in 6mm, but I just got the cheapest, lightest one I could find just as a test to see if it'll stand up to sword blows at all. So the first question is, does it stand up to a steel broadsword? So the answer to that is obviously yes, it worked perfectly fine. So what about a bigger sword, such as a longsword or perhaps even a montante? Well, I have no idea. I died way too quickly then to have any idea. So let's try it again, and this time I'll try not to die. So that went much better, and the answer is again, yes, no problem, okay? Obviously, montante, steel, we're going at fairly careful speeds, but still there were some big impacts there, and the shield is absolutely fine, and we've done obviously lots more bouting with it apart from that. So a few little chippy ding things on the edges maybe, but you know, by and largely you can see it's perfectly intact and has stood up really, really well. So yes, these things will actually work as a substitute Targe. Now, obviously, there's a few issues with them. Number one, I can see through it, which is cheating. Okay, so you're going to want to cover it in leather, which will probably cost more than the shield, or just linen, or maybe even, if you want to be really cheap, get a $1 can of enamel spray and paint it. Just spray the thing. But anyway, anything so you can't see through it will do the job. Downsides of it are, well, it's slightly curved, as you can see, which is not quite right for most Highland Targes. and slippery. And so in that first bout with the broadsword, you may have noticed I got what would have been, with a wooden leather Targe, a really good controlling bind on my opponent's sword. But because it was with this, his sword just slipped off. But, you know, you make these compromises. These little plastic knob things, which just cover up the bolts that hold the handle in place, do tend to pop off. So what, my studs get blasted off my wooden Targe all the time. And if you want to use it for something like Italian Rotella, which it is a much better shape for, you've got to be aware it's a little small for a Rotella. It's much more sort of Targe size. So it's not perfect for either of those things, but it is, for the price, a pretty bloody good way of equipping a whole bunch of people who don't have the skills and time and things to be able to just make one. This is a really good option. So Chinese police riot shields will work as a Targe substitute.